If we don't get this one figured out, we're fired. I have a family of 6, number 1. I own and operate a film and video production company. And 3, I'm the lead singer in a band. Now, those are just 3 of the things, but all of those require that I manage time. What I want to do today is share a scenario and then hit on the top things that I do to keep things on track. I'm going to keep it to time management in a project management sort of sense, and then we can cover home life time management at another time once I've figured it out. I wanted to start this conversation about time management by sharing something with you from Jessica over at How to ADHD. And if you don't already follow that channel, I'll leave a link to that in the description.
I don't know, like we're very now or not now. Things are now or not now. And if they're not now, they'll probably never be now. I'm trying to like reframe that for myself. It's like not now is future now. Like that does need to land on my plate at some point.
I can very much relate to the now and not now. And really, if it's not now, then it may as well be never. I am very much aware that this is an issue for me. And that success as a creator, or in any field for that matter, is highly predicated on getting this right, on having good practice for this particular executive function of time management. If we don't get this one figured out, we're fired. As somebody who creates a lot of media for clients, I'm constantly dealing with deadlines. Client-defined deadlines might look as vague as like, we need this project completed by such and such date. But maybe it's even more vague than that. Like, hey, we're gonna need this done by spring. To be successful, we can't ever let a client's lack of defined deadlines be an excuse for why we didn't start or finish something. Your first line of defense here is to start asking a lot of questions, to try and define deadlines more. I will start at the end, the farmost deadline that I've received, and then ask myself questions to create a timeline kind of going backwards from there with multiple check-ins. You got to lay them all out in front of you and kind of figure out how much time do I need for each one of these. And you're working it backwards from that final delivery date. And then share this timeline with your client. So then now you have someone to hold you to it, because no one can hold you accountable for information you don't share. Do not wait to share details. Do not wait to write it down. Do not wait to put the information into whatever digital platform you decide to use. Remember, there's now and there's not now. And not now may as well be never. But if you're an open conduit and you get the information down or out to the person who's helping you out or your client as soon as it comes to you, your statistical chances of remembering it yourself actually increase, as well as your ability to succeed in meeting those deadlines. One of the things that I will do right after I have a meeting with a client is, in the meeting, I've taken notes. Don't be embarrassed to say, hey, I'm going to take this notepad out. If anything, they'll be like, oh, cool, this person's invested in this. They're taking time to actually write things down as we're talking about it. Because statistics also show that if you're going into a meeting that you're bringing in a lot of information from and you are not taking notes, they're less likely to trust you. Just like if you go to a restaurant and you give your order to the wait staff and they're not taking it down, and then they come back and like, what was that again? Oh, did you want it this way? Did you want it that way? There's a little bit of a distrust that your order is going to come out correctly. So take those notes. I like to do a recap off of my notes before even leaving the meeting if there is time. And then when I get to somewhere where I can sit down and type out an email, sometimes I'll even just do it in the parking lot, the client's parking lot, and I'll sit there on my phone and thumb my way through an email to the client that outlines all of the different things that we hit. Here are the notes that I took during the meeting. I just want to make sure we both have these. Feel free to review them, add to them, or take away from them if that's the case. And then when I get back to my office or hotel or wherever it is that I'm at because of the particular project, I will put all of that information into my project management software and start building that timeline and those deadlines right away. And once the client has responded to the email and said, yep, this looks good, that's what we're looking for, then I share that information back to the client with the timeline so that my digital platform, my calendar, and the client and myself can all hold me accountable to the timeline that has been set and to these deadlines to make sure these things get done. This is not my favorite topic, but man, it is important, and I will probably do another one down the road that covers some of the other stuff, maybe personal time or the way that I set up my time management stuff. But it's your turn to share now your thoughts and your tips for time management or questions in the comments down below. And I'm always looking for ways to improve my handle on this topic as well. So I'm excited to see what you guys share. Like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. But until next time, keep creating.